Hello and welcome. My name is Amber Collins. You probably already know that. I am going to be going over a few things about the business today, specifically a super unique opportunity that I have to offer just my viewers. So if you are somehow got a hold of this video and someone else is potentially your sponsor, this video does not apply to you. This only applies to my viewers and people who I will be building business with. Okay, so the very first thing that I want to do is just talk to you just very briefly about the products. We have an entire line of health and wellness supplements. Now, my husband and I have been in the health and fitness industry for over 5 years now, and we have completely replaced basically everything that we're using. I think actually creatine was the last thing that we were going to replace with our products. They are all natural, no sugar, no dyes, no added junk. Very, very high quality supplementation. We've always prioritized clean ingredients in our household anyway. So when we came across this company, it was a no-brainer to switch our health supplements to it. So I'm going to share my screen and just share a few testimonies from people who are customers of mine. Okay, here we go. So, first of all, this is my own personal testimony. I have been, like I said, very into health and fitness and nutrition for 5 years now. I'm a runner. We try to eat very clean. We try to eat very wholesome. Now, we do go through PALs occasionally because that's a favorite in our household. If you're not from East Tennessee, you're not going to understand that. But it seemed like no matter how well I dieted, how clean I ate, how much water I drank, it didn't matter. If I fasted, I could not get rid of some midsection fat along with some excessive bloating. So by the end of the day, I would stand in front of the mirror and just like joke with my husband. It's not funny now since we're trying to conceive, but joke with my husband about how it looked like I was 3 months pregnant at the end of the day. And it's because my food was not being properly digested. I was not absorbing nutrients from my food. It was basically just sitting in my gut like a brick. So this is the difference in these photos is 8 weeks. This is 8 weeks of not changing anything about my nutrition, not changing anything about my workout routine, keeping all of that the same, and simply adding in this supplement stack. So Activate is our GLP-1 powder. It helps with appetite control, helps you feel fuller longer, helps you listen more intuitively to your hunger cues so you're not overeating, you're not hearing that food noise, you're not eating just because it tastes good. Transform is our sugar and carb transforming enzyme. Enrich is our digestive enzyme, which was the game changer for me and my bloating. Creatine, obviously, for all things muscle and cognition. Collagen, I use the marine collagen for hair, skin, and nails. My husband uses the bovine collagen. I like to think of the bovine collagen as like an internal lubrication. So if you're having muscle aches and pains and joints and things like that, bovine collagen is the way to go. And side note, it helps you sleep really well. And then Optimize, which is a recovery supplement. So these are my 8 week photos. Completely mind blown. Mind blown. I knew I had abs under there. I do abs all the time. I just couldn't see them because of the visceral fat, I suppose. All right, next is Amber Phillips and her husband. They are both very busy. They work full time. They have kids that they're shuffling here and there to games, to practices, to things like that. They both work very long hours. And so they just had a hard time finding time to prioritize their health. They are on the Activate, Transform, Enrich, Collagen, all of those things I just told you about. And then Mojo. Mojo is kind of like it's a coffee supplement, but it's a nootropic. So it's going to give you that nice and flush that gives you that boost of energy. It's made with green tea extract. It has no added sugar, no dyes. And because it's a nootropic, it's going to boost your serotonin and it's going to make you feel good. It's going to make you happy. So that is their supplement stack. I forget how much weight they've lost altogether, but you can just see in their side-by-side photos, like that is just crazy. I believe this is their, yeah, so these are about a month apart for both of them. Next, we have Kimberly. Kimberly's a stay-at-home mom struggling to balance time for self-care while her husband works long hours out of town. She has a very basic stack, just the Activate, the Transform, and the Enrich, and you can very clearly see how it has done a amazing difference for her. Not only in her midsection, excuse me, but slimming in her face, arms, and all the things. All right, next we have Annette. Annette has been um, in the health and wellness world for a while too, very consistent with workouts and nutrition and things like that. After a super rough personal year, she kind of fell off track and wanted to get started back by starting simply with just adding some supplementation into her routine, prioritizing water, trying to get in more steps. And so she uses the Activate, Transform, Enrich, and Mojo, and the inflammation in her face, the changes is just mind-boggling to me. Everybody carries weight in different places. We all carry inflammation. We all carry bloating in different ways. And she looks like a totally different person simply from the inflammation being gone from her face. Okay, so those are just a few transformations of actual people I know. I think that's always helpful. And then what I'm going to show you next is we have an entire Facebook page dedicated to all of our customers and associates who have used a Trinot product or a product stack and has a testimony or a side-by-side or a story that they want to share. And it is called the Ripple Effect page. If you, after you watch this, if you message me and ask for requests to this page, I can add you. But if you just take some time scrolling through here, it's just amazing. Some people they're not side by side. Some people they're just stories. A popular thing that I like to search though is Ozempic because I talk with a lot of people who are like, "Hey, my doctor's recommending Ozempic or something similar. Can you recommend some of your natural supplements?" And so I like to search for Ozempic in here. And so here's a lady who doctor started her on Ozempic for type 2 diabetes. She switched to our natural products after some time. And look at the weight she lost. Not only improving her A1C, overall feeling better and more energy. And there is just story after story after story in this group. It is crazy. So I can add you to this group if you just let me know that you want access to that. You can go in there and look around. If you're postpartum or you're perimenopausal, you can search key terms like that, and it's going to tell you exactly what supplements people are using for those things. So next, we're going to talk about the comp plan, and that's what you're here for. Try not to make this super long. I am mind blown by the income opportunity in this comp plan, and that is just being very frank. I started this business for the business. Once I saw the business model and the income, I said, you know what? We're going to give this a go. And to be honest, Jesse and I fell in love with the products along the way. But I came to this business for the business model. Network marketing is my career now. It's how I earn income for my family. It's how I help supplement income for my husband's job. And it is eventually going to be how I bring him home from his blue collar job so that he gets to stay home with us. And I'm going to share more with you about how I am doing that. So all of our comp plan information can be found at www.getbasepay.com. And I am going to lay this out for you as simply as possible. So I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to show you a chart that we use called our associate volumes and bonuses chart. So as business builders, we're associates. We don't call ourselves partners or business builders or whatever. Our term is associates. And so this is a chart that will help you gauge what your monthly base pay could be. And so I use this as a way to, like, when I saw this chart, I was like, okay, what do I need to make for this to be worth my while? And so I go down through here. I start at the top, Jade, Opal, Pearl, Ruby. I find the number that I needed to make. In order to keep me home doing network marketing and not to have to go back to teaching. And then I thought, okay, now where do I have to get to bring my husband home from Eastman? And so I go down through there, and that's the number that I was like, okay, I can do this. I can build that much volume. I can make that much money, and I can completely change our lives with this business. So I'm going to tell you how to read this chart. From left to right, Jade is your first stop on the rank roadmap. You need 100 personal volume. We're going to talk about what that looks like. You need 2 personally sponsored associates, and collectively, you need 1,300 volume. When you do that in a month time, so March 1 to March 31, you're going to get a $250 check and a $350 Jeep bonus. So I am going to draw that out for you on my little whiteboard. I'm a teacher at heart, if you can't tell. And I'm going to show you exactly what that looks like. Now, when I enroll associates, I usually recommend for them to get a bundle that's called a builder bundle. So I'm gonna put you up here, YOU. And when you enroll, I'm gonna recommend you get a builder pack. It's not the smallest package, it's not the biggest package, it's kind of in the middle. So I think it's a good place to start. And it is 200 PV. PV is personal volume. My handwriting looks like a small child. I hope this isn't backwards. Now, a really cool thing about this business is for this particular bonus where it says that 100 personal volume is required from you to reach Jade, our customers count toward our volume too. So you're not going to be in this situation where you're having to buy mass amounts of products every month to get enough volume to qualify for your rank, which I can very much appreciate. So what this means is you need at least 100 volume. You're going to have 200 if you get the builder pack, which is the one I recommend. It means you need 2 personally sponsored associates. So we're going to put bubbles down here, 1 and 2. And collectively, you need 1,300 volume. So we'll put Jade equals 1,300 group volume. So you're going to be saying, okay, how does that work? How do I get to Jade? Well, because you enrolled with the builder pack and you love those supplements, they're going to work for you. You're going to be raving about them. You're going to love them. You're going to go out and you're going to find 2 people who are interested in earning income too. And because you're using that package, that's probably the package that they're going to start with. So you can assume that these 2 associates are going to produce 200 volume each with their pack that they order. So now you're up to 400. Okay. Now, let's say you talk to a bunch of friends and family, maybe you make a post on social media and nobody else wants to be an associate. That's okay. You only need 2 of them. But let's say you get 6 customers. And out of those 6 customers, I'll put 6 customers. They each get, we'll say, the smaller package, which is 100 volume. So 6 times 100 is going to give you 600 volume. So you're up to 1,000 group volume, just yourself, nothing that I did for you. Okay. So all you need to do is secure a couple more customers to get that 1,300. Now here's where I'm going to blow your mind. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? I have a unique line of business that I can give you. We're going to put it over here and I'm going to put an A at the top of it. And I have been stacking lots of new enrollments this month. And I don't know how many I got, but I know that collectively they have about 900. Where can I put this number? They have about 900 volume amongst them. Okay. Now, what I can do is when you come to me and say, hey, Amber, I want to take advantage of that line of business that you have to offer. I want to enroll and I want to start making money. I can place that line of business under you with the 900 volume. So you have 200 from your order. I'm going to give you 900. So that's going to make 1,100 out of the 13 that you need. All you have to do is go out and find 2 associates, 2 people who want to earn income. They can get the smallest package possible. They can get the $100 pack or the 100 PV package each. And that's going to give you your 1,300 volume that you need for Jade. Literally all you had to do was purchase products that are going to help you with your health goals and go find 2 people who want to work on their health goals and earn money. And you're going to have enough volume to be Jade. Now, what is Jade? Remember, if we look back at our associate volumes and bonuses chart, you can see that Jade is a $250 monthly base pay and a $350 Jeep stipend. So as a Jade, you're going to get $250. You're going to get a Jeep bonus worth $350. And This month in particular, we have an additional bonus that's called the Run to Jade bonus. And you can find that information on our base pay website. If you hit Jade in your first month, which would be this month, you're going to get an additional Jade bonus of $500. So you're looking at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, $1,100 by the end of March if you do this. Isn't that crazy? $1,100. And all you have to do is go buy some supplements that are going to help and find two people who want to do the same thing and earn income. I'm like waiting for you guys to be like, oh, what? But it's only me on here and I'm recording, so nobody's going to do that. But isn't that insane? Now, time is of the essence because that 900 volume line of business that I have, it expires. I have to put it somewhere. It's not going to be there forever. So I will place it somewhere else in my downline, like under my husband's account or under my mom or under somebody else. But I would love to offer it to you if it is what would help get the ball rolling on this business for you. So one more thing that I wanted to share is if you look back at this chart, I can give you almost all the volume you need for Jade. We already figured that out, right? I cannot give you those two people. Even though I'm going to put a line of business under you, those two people or those line of people, they don't count as one of your two. You have to personally sponsor to associates in order to tap into that Jade. Now, how does this become a monthly base pay? Well, assuming that all of the people that are in that line of business I gave you, and assuming that your two associates love their products because they're working for them, then when they repurchase their supplements in April, your volume is going to generate back up to $1,300 and you're going to continue making that $250 and that $350 Jeep bonus month after month after month, as long as your volume doesn't drop below that $1,300, which is very normal. People, when they hit Jade, they stay at Jade. So the real work comes between looking at what's next. Like you might get that first 250 bonus and be like, man, that was pretty easy. What comes after that? And then you're going to look ahead at Opal and you're going to see what the volume requirements are for Opal. And so then you can come to me and say, hey, Amber, I kind of want to run with this. Can you teach me more about the business? Can you teach me how to maximize my volume so that I can start accruing more income? And if you also look at the personally sponsored associate chart, all you ever need is 3, all the way down through there. The most people you ever need in your line of business is going to be 3, because we build, stop sharing for a second, deep, not wide. So you have you up here at the top, and then you'll have your 3 associates, 1, 2, 3. And then if you continue to enroll associates, that's fine, but they won't go out to the side. That benefits you, but it doesn't benefit anybody else. They will go down. And if you're really smart and you really want to maximize your income, what you'll do is take your spouse and create an account for him or her in your first money making spot so that they can accrue all that volume, and that volume goes up to you at the top anyways. Pretty cool. Another thing I just want to point out is that we have just launched 3 new products, creatine, protein, and a hormonal supplement for women who are having premenopausal symptoms, full-blown menopause, postmenopause, and volume has gone through the roof. I have literally accrued 4,000. No, we're up to 5,000 now. 5,000 volume since the products launched on Monday, which is crazy. So if you look back at our associate volume and bonuses chart, I have in just the last few days accrued enough volume to be a pearl. Now, obviously, I have volume that's sitting, from I've been doing this for a few months, but literally jumped up 3 whole ranks with just the volume from customers from the purchase of these new supplements because people are going crazy for these things. So just to put things into perspective for you, yes, I work on social media. That is my job. I don't have a real job. I don't go to a huge church. My church has 100 people. My kids don't go to public school. So my circle of people is like none. I have like five. So I have to put myself on social media, or else I would have no business. So social media is all teachable. If that's something that you're like freaked out about, do not be. It is all teachable. And some people build this business as big as they want it with just their circle of people without utilizing social media. I think that's not smart because social media is uncapped. Your growth is uncapped, but you absolutely can. But just to put some things into perspective, I have been in this business since October the 6th of 2024. So October, November, December, January, February, March, 5 months. And I'm currently a Sapphire making $4,500 a month and just base pay. Now, there are other bonuses that are on top of this and commission, obviously. And then my husband is a Pearl Pro making $700 a month. Okay, I think that's it. Um, I am so excited to hear from you after you watch this. I'm so excited to help you out. It's a blessing to me to be able to do this because this company and this business has been such a blessing, especially a financial blessing to me and my family at a time when I was thinking I was going to have to go back to teaching again and put my girls back in public school. And so it's a really great feeling to be able to pay that forward and help bless someone else with this business. So come back to me, ask me all your questions, and let's get you enrolled so that this income can start changing your life exactly the way it's changed mine.